Not exactly what US President Donald Trump was looking for, but it's what the EU is willing to offer. The White House wants to use trade talks with the European Union to negotiate major market access for US agricultural products coming into Europe. But announcing the EU's mandate, Trade Commissioner Cecilia Malmström said any talks would be strictly focused on the removal of tariffs on industrial goods, excluding agricultural products.
We have tabled the proposal as was agreed, saying that we are ready to engage with something that could be quite quick. We could finalize this and it would be beneficial to all of us. And this is not an offer. This is, responding to the commitment that was agreed 6 months ago.
The two key issues set out by the EU, making it easier for both parties to process exports through one another's regulations and, crucially, to remove tariffs on all industrial products, including cars. Back in July, EU Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker helped avert a trade fight with the US, cutting a deal with the US President Donald Trump to refrain from imposing tariffs on EU cars in exchange for an EU promise to import more soybeans. By August 2018, the EU said soybean imports from the United States had quadrupled, but Trump still hasn't taken the threat of car tariffs off the table. Brussels says it's identifying US exports for punitive tariffs if the US does impose tariffs on European cars, and the EU also insists that those tariffs would have a very damaging effect on future trade negotiations. Another key EU demand, a removal of US tariffs imposed last June on steel imports from Europe. The plans for the trade talks between the EU and the US, a far cry from the much more ambitious free trade deal the EU was trying to negotiate with the Obama administration. The main aim now for Brussels is to avoid additional tariffs from the White House and avoid a trade war like the one being waged between the US and China. Jack Parrack, CGTN, Brussels.